Hello and welcome to Talk of the Boat. I'm your host, Robert, with Team Yazbek at Coldwell Banker here in Steamboat Springs, joined by our buyer specialist, Cole Helberg, today.
Hello, everyone.
To talk market report for September 2022 compared to September 2021. This time around, we are going to start talking about interest rates, give you some Colorado statewide stats, and then we'll go into the local Steamboat Springs, Routt County market stats.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Interest rates are way up. There's no question about it.
Yes.
The 30-year fixed, according to Bankrate, is an average of about 7.22%, which is pretty high.
Very exciting.
Way higher than it has been.
Yes.
Compared to about 7.1% just a week ago and 5.22% last month or in August.
Yeah, and then 3.5 or so 6 months ago.
Right. So the Fed is making true to their promises, raising rates, which is raising mortgage rates considerably. It seems they're trying to, kill real estate in the process of killing inflation, but we'll see what happens.
We will power through as well.
That's right. And the two do go hand in hand, obviously, real estate values and inflation. So anyway, it's an interesting time. Colorado. Pending sales were down. Again, this is September versus last September. Pending sales were down 25% across the state. Okay. Listings sold were also down about 25%. However, housing inventory remained at about 2 months of inventory, which is far less than the 6 months of average. So definitely still a seller's market. And the average price of a single family home in Colorado, $670,000. Which is up 13.7% from the previous September.
Okay.
So, Senor, what is happening with sales locally?
Locally, let's see. So homes sold. So this is, again, September last year to September this year. Homes sold in September of this year is down 38% to 75 homes sold last month compared to 120 this time last year. Mm-hmm. Average closed sales price, though, is up 16% to $1.172 million. And then pending sales in September is down a pretty big number, 49%. Yeah, it's pretty wild. So 52 pending last September, or 52 pending in September compared to 102 last year in September.
Wow.
Yeah, wild. And then on the inventory side of things, what is going on there?
All right. So locally, Steamboat Springs and Routt County, we brought 72 new listings on last month compared to 115 a year ago, down 37%. New inventory. The total number of active listings, however, is about flat at 202 last year compared to 210 in 2021. So inventory is catching up a little bit, but still down 4% year over year. And average days on market is up 21%, creating a little bit, more inventory or a larger period of time for inventory, up to 2.5 months of inventory.
That's why I think the homes active, that number's almost flat, is because things are sitting a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So
no question.
Yeah.
So what's your biggest takeaways from the numbers?
My biggest takeaway is definitely things are slowing down in the real estate market here in Steamboat. But that's okay. Like I said at the beginning, we will power through and, we will still sell some houses.
That's right.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, the interest rate hike is definitely working to decrease sales. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
Pending's down 49% in August compared to the previous August. In September compared to the previous September. That's a big deal.
That's huge. Yeah.
That's half of the buyers that were in the market last September are not in the market this September. So
yeah.
Definitely a big deal. Rates are having a huge effect. And, the other thing I take away from it is that it's still a seller's market.
Sure.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty interesting. Only 2.5 months of inventory despite
right
what's going on with rates. So,
right.
All right. Heading into the future here, what are you telling your buyers?
Well, into the future, here we go. Robert did say that it is a seller's market just based on the months of inventory. However, what I am telling buyers is that there are deals. There are deals to be had out there right now. Sellers are nervous. We explained earlier that things are sitting a little bit longer. Sellers are like, why is my house sold already? Blah, blah. And they're ready to see their first offer. So definitely, if you find a house, like a house, it might be a good time to, make a little bit lower offer and see where it ends up, And then on that note, for buyers, there's a lot of cool rate things happening right now. Of course, sellers are, open to buying down rates for the buyers and whatnot, but even lenders are jumping on board and creating new programs and products for that, like 2-to-1 buy down, where your rate is bought down for the first 2 years at different increments. So if you're at a 7.5% rate, the first year you're down to 5.5%. And then the second year, you're down to 6.5%. And those are rough numbers. Those are not exacts. But then hopefully by then you're able to refi when rates again level out to a normal, hopefully lower than 5.5%.
Right.
So that's super huge. If you are a finance buyer, definitely chat with your lender about any new products that they have on those regards. So what are you telling sellers these days?
Preparing sellers for a little bit more of a normal market, more time on the market, gives us the opportunity to do the marketing that, we specialize in. So, like Cole said, we will persevere, we'll push through. And one of the ways we're doing that is by marketing the heck out of properties again, because we have time to, because they're sitting on the market an average of 30 days, instead of an average of 3 days.
Open houses.
So we're able to do open houses, right? We're able to generate, interest kind of the old fashioned way by marketing a property.
Yeah.
But definitely be prepared for, a slower process and more showings, and have your house look as nice as possible, and leverage us and our Rolodex to help you make any improvements that you need to make, so we can enter the market looking really good.
Yep.
To catch the interest of the, half as many buyers out there, right? Basically right now. The other thing to think about in our market, hyper local, is the green zone properties,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
The ones that they decided to allow nightly rentals for, the ones they decided to not allow nightly rentals for, are in the red zone. And then there's some yellow zone in between, which is kind of the gray area. But properties in the green zone are appreciating faster,
absolutely,
than properties outside.
Seeing multiple offers, not 10 or 12 or 15, but 2 to 3 to 5.
Oh, even. Yeah. And way over asking price in some cases. So if you got a property in the green zone that allows nightly rentals and you're thinking about selling at the top, now would be an incredible time to do it. If you've got a property outside of the green zone and you're thinking about selling at the top, now would probably be a really important time to do it before the difference increases, right? Between the non-green zone and green zone kind of stuff.
Yep.
So let us know if you have any questions about properties either in or out the green zone, because that makes a big difference right now.
Yeah, the strategy game on that is time is of the essence on that.
No
How to
question.
strategize for sure. So
perfect. And we got all the mountain improvements happening right now.
Yep.
So for buyers and sellers, I think it's important to note that Steamboat is, dumping hundreds of millions of dollars in the ski area. We're going to see the phase 1 of the ski area improvements rolled out for this winter season.
Hopefully, hopefully they get done.
Some version of phase 1, right?
Yeah, some version for sure.
The mountain's going to look a little different this year, and I think people will be excited about that. So
it's really cool. They said it's supposed to obviously streamline everything with the second big gondola. It's going to, so the new gondola that's running right now increased 38% traffic going up.
Okay.
And this is supposed to increase another 30-something percent.
Wow.
So they're just going to be cranking people up the mountain into different areas, which is going to be huge for lines down at the base.
That's incredible.
It's going to be awesome.
So even with the influx of skiers from the Icon Pass, Steamboat, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be back to no lines. And
we hope so, yeah.
And hopefully we get a ton of snow this winter to test all these theories out.
They started testing the snow guns at Hallison. It was cold enough for them to do that I think it was this morning.
Very
it was
nice.
down in the 20s, and they were able to, see if the guns were working properly. So
Beautiful.
it's good news.
All right. Good deal. Looking forward to ski season and seeing what happens with the market.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining me.
of course.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Talk of the Boat. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe on whatever platform you're viewing, like, and share with somebody else you think might enjoy it. We'd really appreciate that. Also, if you have any real estate related questions that you'd like us to answer on the air, please send those to us by email, text, or direct message. And as always, if you have any real estate questions or needs that we can help you with, please reach out. Thank you.